He's pretty sassy when she's not around.
Ready? Line on the set. Action.
Hi, welcome. This is the Vincennes State Historic Sites. I'm Richard Day, the assistant site.
Oh, you're the.
You're the one that starts talking.
Okay, well, I'll read. Oh, I got all of you ready. Okay, I'm Spudley, and this is August 2004. We're in Vincennes, Indiana right now at the Thompson House, just off the university here. This is Richard Day, his assistant site manager, Vincennes State Historical Sites, and they're in charge of the Thompson House here, along with a lot of other historical buildings. And years ago, this site was saved, as he'll explain here in a minute. And for us archers, that's a pretty important thing for us students of Maurice Thompson and of Will Thompson. And Richard, you want to tell us a little something about the house here?
And this is the house where Maurice Thompson was born in 1840, author and archer Maurice Thompson. At that time, it was over in Fairfield, Indiana. It belonged to the Fairfield Primitive Baptist Church, who provided it for their minister, Matthew Griggs Thompson, Maurice's father. And it was moved here to Vincennes in 1974 when the Army Corps of Engineers was building the Brookville Reservoir. Vincennes University moved the building over here and turned it over to the State Historic Sites. I see the latch string is out, so that means we're welcome to come in, so let's go inside.
We don't have much space on this website.
Okay. Well, here we are inside the Thompson house. It was a very simple house even for its time in 1840. There were still a lot of people living in log cabins. This was a frame structure. It's a hewn timber frame, however, held together with wooden pegs. It's just one room, what we would call an efficiency apartment nowadays. But it was heated by a cast iron stove, the ultra-modern cast iron stove using that fuel of the future, coal. Big advance over the wood fires. And you could both cook and heat with that, of course. The other main feature in the house is the bed. It's a feather bed with a feather mattress held up by a network of ropes. And then down below is a trundle bed, which would roll out at night to accommodate Maurice's two older sisters, Minerva and Mariah. And there's a ladder that leads up through a trap door into the loft, which was simply a storage area up under the roof. And you'll notice the chairs hanging on the walls because they didn't have a lot of floor space, and when they weren't actually sitting on chairs, they could hang them up on the wall, which is what they did. But it was a simple living space, but it served the purposes back then. They didn't need televisions and electronic games and air conditioning and stuff like that. And it got the job done.
Well, Richard, sure appreciate your hospitality, and it's really neat for us archers that study, the old archery stuff, and especially Maurice and Will Thompson. And Gene Hopkins is with us here today. Matter of fact, he's working the camera right now. And he's brought some things along that belong to Will Thompson and an autographed copy of Witchery Archery by Maurice, or as we refer to him as Morris. He preferred being referred to as Morris. Right. And he's also got Will Thompson's personal bow. And so we're going to put that on the video here in a minute. We're going to go outside, and he's got a letter that Maurice had written, and Gene just found this recently. And so he brought some nice stuff, and we thought it'd be nice just to get some pictures of it outside the cabin here.
Okay, let's go look at it.
All right.
We're here today again at the Vincennes State Historical Site, home of the Maurice Thompson, Morris Thompson Birthplace cabin, and we're standing inside the cabin. I brought along some memorabilia from the Thompson brothers to photograph here and in a way bring it home back to the cabin with us. What we've got with us today, we've got some of Will Thompson's archery equipment. We've got two of Will's target arrows that were recently found, one signed by Will Thompson. We've also got, as far as we know, as far as anyone I know knows, we've got the only known copy of the first edition, 1878, of the Witchery of Archery. written by Maurice Thompson that is autographed. It's a rare book in its own right, but to have an autographed copy and photograph it here in Maurice's cabin, Birthplace cabin, we think is pretty special. This autograph was to James Sharp, who was the editor of Archer's Register, a London, England publication from the 1860s, 1870s time period. Then we have Will's bow. This is a U-bow, D-section horn knock U-bow that Will Thompson shot, most likely 1880s, 1890s period. Bellied with hickory, horn knock, nice wrap, good condition. But beautiful little bow, especially here in the setting of the cabin. Then let's walk over to the side here. We also have a handwritten letter from Maurice Thompson to General Lew Wallace. It was dated 1892. And when Maurice spent a lot of time in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, he wrote this letter from Bay St. Louis to General Lew Wallace, congratulating General Wallace on his new granddaughter. And we'll spend the rest of the day with the Thompson memorabilia, and we're going to go down to Crawfordsville, and we're going to see what more interesting sites we can find. Well, Bud, this is the end of a pretty cool day. We've been all over the state of Indiana.
Yeah, we have.
August 17th, 2004, we started out seeing the Birthplace cabin of Maurice Thompson.
And we do refer to him as Maurice when we're amongst ourselves.
Yeah, everybody else looks at us like we're
like we can't spell or read, and probably can't.
Yeah, this is Crawfordsville, Indiana now. We're at the Oak Hill Cemetery, and we've got Maurice's gravestone here, and we found Captain Talbot just around the corner.
And he was the one that shot with...
he was part of the Wabash Mary Bowman.
Yeah, Wabash Mary Bowman, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of history there. Yeah. A lot of history. Well, one thing, like you say, for Maurice Thompson, the family didn't chintz on his stone. Yeah, get a shot of that, Michael. It's quite impressive. Kind of thought about hanging a deer stand on it.
I frown upon that.
Yeah. Gene told me that wouldn't be socially acceptable.
I couldn't figure out where to put the screw instead.
Yeah, but this is a beautiful, beautiful stone, and really impressive. I've been wanting to come up here for a long time, and I'm glad we came. It was a long trip, but it was worthwhile, and we're getting some good pictures, seeing some neat stuff, and people like us. It's an important thing, you know, and
keep the memory alive.
Yeah. Now, my question is, are you going to come see mine?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I hope somebody...
see mine.
Well...
You may beat me.
Yeah, you never know. But I'll guarantee you, you come to see mine, it won't be like this.
That's all right.
Yeah. But what a great day, and it's been fun, and...
Yep. Good friends and
yeah, can be.
memories.
Good bows.
Yeah.